Season 56, War number 7. Today we matched up against an alliance I've never heard of. The bands are Kushala, Negasonic, Onslaught, Symbiote Supreme, and Serpent. I think they kind of just blew past me. Anyway, my team is Dazzler, Arcade, and Purgatory. I think this is the exact same team I had last war, but we're taking some relatively different stuff. Starting with this Mr. Sinister on Node 2. And this might actually be the worst fight of the war. When I was planning this one, I needed a skill soul for Purgatory for a fight later. And the only great one that I was able to get was the Hit Monkey that's coming next. And I blocked that because I was scared to dex it, and that did a lot of damage. Anyway, I needed the skill soul. I knew I had to take the Hit Monkey. And I was going to be using Dazzler for other fights this war, and Arcade for another fight this war. So I was like, well, one of these three is going to have to take the Sinister. I think Dazzler's going to do it the best. So we're using Dazzler. Anyway, I'm going to make a big mistake in this fight. You're going to see it pretty soon. Basically, with max tempo ramp, you should be able to just drop a special 2 with max tempo, obviously, and then just kill Sinister. However, I threw the special 2 with a neutralize on me, meaning I didn't get any of the buffs that would actually make tempo be useful. So now I have to dex the special 2 or I die, and I am very 50-50 on his SP2. I did it perfectly there. So that was a massive sigh of relief, because I'm not good at his SP2 dex. It's one of the hardest specials for me to dex in the game for some reason, and I got it correct there. So luckily, now if I just drop the special with no neutralize on me, he's dead, and that's exactly what happens. But yeah, that was terrifying. That was just a fight that I was gonna have to brute force with my team. Arcade is too risky, because if Sinister drops a special 1, I just die from degens. Purgatory might have been better for that. Maybe. I'm not sure. In hindsight, maybe I should use Purgatory. But if I also just dropped the special without the neutralize on me, it wouldn't have been an issue either. So here's the fight that I needed to ramp a skill soul on against this monkey. Like, all of the other skills they placed on the map were just not something Purgatory could do, so I was just like, it's gonna have to be this one. And yeah, she's gonna rip this fight apart. It's gonna be pretty easy. I'm trying to manage strike counter as best as I can, but eventually I'm just going to go for the special 2 and not even worry about it. He's going to gain the amplifies, and then I realize, oh wait, amplifies aren't going to do literally anything for Monkey, so he can get as many amplifies as he wants. Anyway, he's going to go down very fast. We have the passive slow up. We're doing a bunch of extra burst damage from the unblockable. It's really easy. Alright, so now more path fights that just kind of sucked. We're fighting this Onslaught here on a node with Cowardice and Encroaching Stun. I don't know what they're called, but that's what they are. You can see the names there. I actually just closed my eyes during that part, not even on purpose. Anyway, you want to dex Onslaught special 1s, and I'm speeding this fight up because it's not great. It's not very fast. It's not very fun. Their Onslaught decided to intercept me, so that's unfortunate. Here, it's just, I'm trying to manage Encroaching Stun, which is really annoying when he doesn't want to drop his specials at all. So we finally did there, and it's just like, am I eventually going to get to a special 2? I don't know, because Encroaching Stun just keeps getting in my way. Which I guess is fine, like I can just spam a special 1s the whole fight, that's not a big deal. We're doing enough damage because of the unblockable passive giving us extra burst damage. It's just annoying. I just have to dex the specials perfectly, which I have done so far. Dex that one, and then, am I going to get to the SP2? Oh, I go for an intercept, and he intercepts me. And then that happens. He's dead, though. So, yay, more potions. This was a 13 potion war. Yeah, I played like crap last war, and I'm playing bad in this one, too. This was 13 potions. Anyway, that's okay. That'll happen when you take 9 fight wars. And it's not every war where you go 10 fights and only use 2 potions like I did in War 5. So yeah, now we're using Dazzler versus this Attuma. My Dazzler's awakened, so I'm just reflecting all of his Thorns damage. And because this fight has Safeguard on it, that's just kind of the whole goal, is do damage by Unblockable and Thorns Reflection. Forgot about Unblockable there, by the way. So now I'm getting some Disintegrations on me. It's fine. They don't really hurt that much. I kind of forgot Unblockable was there. So I have to parry to get rid of it. And then I drop the special 2 here. Naturally, it's not going to do that much damage because Safeguard, it still, was not bad. That was intentional. I knew the Unstoppable was coming, but I also knew that he would still not have recovered from his special animation fast enough to where I could get the Unblockable, and he wouldn't be able to counter me. That was actually intentional. I'm not even messing with you guys. So, anyway, I'm going to do one more combo, finish with the special 1. And I think Dazzler's special 1 hits are non-contact, so he wasn't going to trigger any Thorns for me to reflect. But the attack itself did finish the job, so it's not a big deal. Okay, now we're going to fight this rank 4 Sasquatch on node 38. This fight's actually really fun. Dazzler is pretty good for Sasquatch in general. You don't gain a dex buff, so you're never triggering MD. And triggering MD versus Sasquatch is actually one of the most annoying things in his kit, in my opinion. So there's that. She also just does a crap ton of damage, so you don't need to worry about that aspect of Sasquatch, which is where he doesn't like dying, because Dazzler likes killing things. So we're able to chill pretty well there. We are going to try to get as much tempo as possible, obviously. When he drops a special 2 here, I'm going to follow up with a heavy, and then we're going to not dash straight in. We're going to go for the protection shut off here. And maybe I should have held my special 2 until he entered Wrath. I also didn't expect the early Wrath, so had I throw that special 2 like right when he entered Wrath, I probably would have killed him with it. Now I've got to kill him with Wrath and regen, which is annoying. Yeah, it's not gonna be that bad. We can kill him with basic attacks for the most part, but I could have played that better. So, heavy attack here, dash in, and then I think he dies with this combo, and the relic, yes. So, yeah, that fight went pretty easily. And then we move on to the reason I needed a skill soul, which was for this Thanos on node 40. If you have a slow, you basically make Thanos not inevitable. He's actually kind of a joke of a defender if you can constantly slow him, which Purgatory is very good at. We want to use a Power Start 1 boost here because we want to get to a Special 2 as fast as possible. The Special 2 is going to place the degen. The degen is going to eventually expire and then slow him. And that's kind of the fight. Once he's slowed, he's just going to stay slowed for the fight mainly. I'm not running power backs. I don't really need them. They probably would have helped a lot, but I don't really need them. I don't know why I'm doing medium light back off. I have the slow up. It's like I don't even recognize it. And then I somehow mess up the special decks. So anyway, now the slow is going to fall off, so I need to do medium light. But I could have played so much more aggressive and should have played so much more aggressive earlier. But anyway, it's whatever. So he's got protection there, the slow is back, and now I can play aggressive, which I do recognize, which is great. And then we're going to go for the special 2 here. It's going to basically get cut off by protection, but at least we have a nice ticking degen afterwards, which actually most of the degen's duration was capped by protection, but who cares because he dies right here. I don't know why I used the heavy, I just kind of felt like using the heavy. So, next fight is against Medusa on node 43. I don't really know what Medusa's doing on this node. But yeah, Purgatory is going to rip this fight to shreds. We are going to do basically parry medium once Medusa gets 3 buffs, because we don't want auto block at that point. And then once you get tactic unblockable, like right there, you don't need to worry about Medusa's auto block, because if it triggers like you saw there, it doesn't, because we're unblockable. And she loses her Furies anyway, which is a nice benefit. I'm not even going to play too passive in the shock phase because we have 40% energy resistance, and also, look, she's almost dead. I think this combo just kills her. Yeah, it basically did. So that fight was barely over 30 seconds. Purgatory is really good. Okay, now the fight that I brought Arcade for. When planning this war, I was trying to figure out like a champ who didn't rely on bleed, incinerate, shock, degen to fuel polka dot power. And I came up with Arcade. I don't know if this is gonna work. I was just gonna try it, and you'll see how it goes. Basically, the thing is PS1, drop the special one, and then at that point you have the protection down. So anyway, yeah, Nefaria's. I don't know how I dexed that, by the way. That was like, oh wow, I dexed that. That could have been bad, but he didn't punish me, and I'm pretty sure the fight from here goes perfectly fine. There are probably better options for this fight. It's just I didn't really want to think about it too much, and it was just like, this shouldn't be an issue with Arcade, so I'm just going to use Arcade. Masakre was like an option I came up with for it, but our best Masakre is only rank 2, which is 2 ranks lower than my Arcade. So I'm going to send Arcade. Just quite frankly, I'm going to send the champ that's 2 ranks higher. So I dropped the special 2, which places Incinerate. Because he has no Ionic charges, we do like full damage with the Incinerates, I think. Except for like the inequity reducing our attack on everything, but that's just inequity for you. So here I go for the parry with the auto block. There might not be a big reason for doing that. I honestly don't know why I'm doing that. I just kind of did. The shock doesn't really matter. And then I go for another SB1 here, and then he's dead. So yeah, that was a really easy fight. I think I'm taking this note again with Arcade next war, the war I just finished planning. You'll see who the defender is for that one. But yeah, that fight went perfectly fine. And then lastly, I'm fighting this Enchantress boss with Dazzler. I think I originally had Count Nefaria on my team and was doing like a very different thing this war. I was gonna take this boss with Nefaria, and then at one point I was like, oh wait, I'm the planner and I feel like dazzling an Enchantress boss because it really shouldn't be that hard. So this is exactly what happens. Basically, when fighting an Enchantress boss, there's this strategy called invul tanking, which is where you kind of just push her to special 3 and run an invul boost, and then happy, I guess. That was a big mistake, accidentally blocking her special 1. I don't know why I did that, but I just lost so much health because of it. Because of course the one orange spell she rolled was the most damaging of the 3 of them. I mean, I guess what else am I supposed to expect? But I don't know why I blocked it. let's just go back to the whole why did I block that? Because I was just stupid. So our first SP1, SP2 brings her below 50%, so I'm like, okay, so the next one's probably gonna kill her. She's gonna be gaining extra energy resist as the fight goes on because of the node. So maybe not outright kill her, but come close at least. She rolls purple, triple purple, which is great. Triple purple is like the best thing she can roll. And also, Dazzler doesn't gain the dex buff, and Mystic Dispersion is actually one of the most annoying things about Enchantress bosses. So, kind of like the Sasquatch, not having that dex buff is so great, because, yeah, Mystic Dispersion just makes this a pain. So I'm going to be dropping this next special 2 with much less tempo than the first one. Maybe not much less, but less in general. And so she's still at 8%, which is fine, because we can eat another SP3. I don't remember if this is the second or the third SP3 A8s. I think it's the second. I don't remember, but let's just go with the second. And at this point, I'm like, okay, you're dead. I need to get to my SP2. Even before that, she's probably dead. And yeah, we just combo Relic Special 2, but we don't even need to, because the combo right before that is going to kill before the SP2. So, there we go. 9 fight war, 9 solo. It's extremely expensive war, though. Like I said, I used 13 potions in that one. But at least I didn't die, so that's nice. I did win the war quite convincingly. And I think that's it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next war. I've got some pretty cool arcade stuff to show you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this one. I'll see you in the next video.